Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is Liverpool transfer news as Alexander Isak says no, and Marc Guehi decision explained. Liverpool transfer news as Alexander Isak has reportedly turned down an option for a move, while Marc Guehi's absence for Crystal Palace has been explained. Liverpool's pre-season preparations move on quickly after defeat to AC Milan on Saturday, and no doubt there will be plenty more transfer speculation following the Reds. After yesterday's 4-2 defeat in Hong Kong, Arne Slot's side will move on to Japan, with a game against Yokohama F. Marinos up next as the start of the new Premier League season draws ever closer. The Reds have already made 6 new signings this summer, with Hugo Ekitike the latest player to put pen to paper after completing his move from Eintracht Frankfurt. Slot and Richard Hughes might not be done there though, with big names still being linked with a move to Anfield. Alexander Isak, Newcastle. A move to Saudi Arabia is not on the cards for Alexander Isak, according to Fabrizio Romano. Despite recent reports in the Middle East claiming the Newcastle striker has been in talks with Al Hilal, Romano insists there is nothing going on between the player and the Pro League side now. Isak is claimed to have already said no to options in Saudi Arabia as he wants to keep playing in Europe, with Liverpool said to be the only club in concrete talks with the 25-year-old. It does feel like Isak will either move to Liverpool or stay put at Newcastle this summer. Any other outcome would come as a major surprise. No doubt Newcastle would rather sell to a team from Saudi Arabia than Liverpool if it had to, especially when you consider who the Magpies' owners are, but a player as good as Isak should not be moving to the Middle East at this stage of his career. We'll wait and see what comes of this saga. Marc Guehi, Crystal Palace. Marc Guehi is back on the minds of a lot of Liverpool fans after the defeat to AC Milan, and supporters will be interested to know that the defender was left out of Crystal Palace's friendly against Crawley on Friday. Palace boss Oliver Glasner put his absence down to a very small injury, while insisting Guehi would train on Sunday, but that will ramp up speculation over his future. Palace is back in action against Augsburg next Friday, and no doubt there will be plenty of eyes on that game to see whether Guehi features. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our second news is Liverpool can raise £150 million for Alexander Isak with 3 transfer deals. Liverpool can step up their transfer plans for Newcastle forward Alexander Isak. Liverpool have set their sights on Alexander Isak, despite spending close to £300 million already in the summer on Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike, Milos Kerkez and Jeremy Frimpong. The Newcastle striker dropped a bombshell when he reportedly told the club he wanted to leave, having already asked for a mega new contract, putting Arne Slot's Reds on high alert. There has been some debate as to how Liverpool can continue spending, in a summer where many of their Premier League rivals are hamstrung by profit and sustainability regulations. They are said to be able to continue spending freely, having decided against adding to the squad a year ago. Isak is set to cost a new British record fee, with Newcastle demanding over twice as much as the £63 million they paid Real Sociedad 3 years ago. He could cost as much as £150 million if Newcastle play hardball. It remains to be seen whether or not Liverpool can afford such a spend outright this summer, but those funds may yet be raised through 3 deals. Darwin Núñez would almost certainly depart if Isak and Ekitike both walk through the Anfield front door. His playing time deteriorated under Slot and he has been linked with a move away for several months. Napoli, who were thought to be Núñez's preferred destination, opted against meeting Liverpool's asking price and brought in Lorenzo Luca instead. Suitors remain in Saudi Arabia as the Reds seek £60 million for their surplus-to-requirement striker. Such a pot could be added to exponentially if Luis Diaz gets his move to Bayern Munich. The addition of Wirtz has left room for the winger to leave, having been omitted from the squad on Saturday for the friendly defeat to AC Milan. Slot confirmed that Diaz was not involved due to speculation on his future, and the Bundesliga club are confident of getting a deal closed for around £65 million, according to Foot Mercato. Their sales, along with Harvey Elliott's potential departure, would raise the entirety of the necessary funds to bring Isak to Merseyside. The England under-21 midfielder similarly struggled to win over Slot and has interest from West Ham and Brighton. Just this week the £50M rated talent admitted that he needs to be selfish when considering his options this summer. Speaking to the Anfield Wrap in Hong Kong, Elliott said, "If I had my way, I'd be at Liverpool for the rest of my career. I love everything about the club. But at the same time I kind of need to be selfish and see what's best for me. I have big ambitions. I want to go to the World Cup. It's still something I need to review. We have had many new players come in, whether that blocks the path for me, I don't know. It is something I need to decide. My main focus is here, unless anything changes." Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our third news is Liverpool transfer news. Alexander Isak update as Arne Slot explains Luis Diaz absence. Liverpool remain interested in Alexander Isak after he told Newcastle that he wants to leave, while Luis Diaz is among a group of Red Stars who could be sold to fund a lucrative transfer. They may have already spent nearly £300 million, but Liverpool are in the thick of another transfer saga. Alexander Isak, who first emerged as a target before Hugo Ekitike's £79 million arrival, is the man who's orchestrated it, having told Newcastle that he wants to leave Tyneside this summer. It's understood that Liverpool remain interested even though it'd cost them more than the £116 million they paid to sign Florian Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen. That set a new British transfer record in what's been a busy summer at Anfield. The Reds kicked off their string of major signings by welcoming Jeremy Frimpong for £29.5 million before Wirtz soon followed. Milos Kerkez was next up, setting Liverpool back another £40 million. Sales will therefore be needed if the Reds want to sign Isak without leaving themselves short-changed. Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez and Harvey Elliott have all been linked with moves away, with two of them missing Saturday's 4-2 loss against AC Milan in Hong Kong. Eddie Howe admits that Alexander Isak's future isn't down to him but remains confident that the Liverpool target will stay at Newcastle. Speaking after Isak didn't travel with Howe's squad for their pre-season tour of Asia, the Magpies boss said, "The manager of course has an opinion but ultimately the decision will rest with the board." Howe added that Newcastle aren't under pressure to sell, saying, "We are in a very strong position financially." Arne Slot has confirmed that Luis Diaz missed Saturday's defeat to AC Milan due to the uncertainty over his future. Diaz, 28, was the subject of a £58.5 million bid from Bayern Munich which the Reds rejected. Asked if both the Colombian winger and Darwin Núñez were left out due to potential transfers, Slot replied, "In Lucho's situation it was, linked to his future, yeah. There are a lot of rumors around it lately and I cannot go into that. But he is training really well with us and we have decided, for now, not to play him yet. In Darwin's situation, he has trained really well also and played a few good games for us already this pre-season. He was injured so we didn't want to take the risk and it was also the same with Wataru Endo, trained with us all week but we didn't want to take a risk with him either." Marc Guehi missed Crystal Palace's pre-season friendly against Crawley Town on Friday, prompting suggestions that he could be in talks with Liverpool. The Reds are interested in the 25-year-old defender but Palace boss Oliver Glasner revealed post-match that his absence was because of an injury. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our last news is Liverpool handed new Alexander Isak update as £35 million transfer claim made. The latest Liverpool transfer news and gossip including updates on Alexander Isak and Benjamin Sesko. Liverpool are reportedly Alexander Isak's preference to join should he leave Newcastle United this summer. This week, it was revealed that the Swede did not travel to Singapore for the start of the pre-season tour. It was later claimed that Isak was interested in leaving Newcastle this summer. This has clearly attracted Liverpool's attention, despite their recent signing of Hugo Ekitike from Eintracht Frankfurt. When asked about his striker's future, Eddie Howe said, "Of course there's things going on behind the scenes. I mean, he will be aware he's in the news every day, and I'm sure that's not easy for anyone in that situation. Conversations that happen between Alex and the club or Alex and myself will stay private for obvious reasons. We do share a really good relationship with him. He's been magnificent for us for as long as he's joined. He's very popular in the dressing room. We'd love him to continue his journey at Newcastle, and all I would say on the broader picture is whatever happens has to be right for Newcastle." While Florian Plettenberg of Sky Germany is reporting that Newcastle have already contacted Benjamin Sesko's representatives over a potential move. However, it said that no verbal agreement has been reached, with RB Leipzig demanding a fee between £70 to £88 million. Elsewhere, the Reds are said to be among the clubs monitoring Juventus midfielder Douglas Luiz. Italian publication Gazzetta dello Sport claims the former Aston Villa player, who moved to Turin a year ago, has not made the desired impact. As a result, there is speculation about how he will leave before the summer transfer window closes. The Brazilian has also reputedly failed to report to pre-season training with the Serie A side. West Ham and Everton are also linked to a deal that could cost €40 million, £35 million. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone.